Welcome to FPL Grind, where I will be helping you in making your dream FPL team. So, last game week was pretty good for most of us, and now we move on to game week 8. So, let's take a look at the top transfers this game week. First is Heung-min Son, who is in a great form. Then we have Oli Watkins, who scored 23 points last weekend. Then we have Matty Cash, who is not a defender anymore. He is playing and giving a lot of attacking returns. Then we have James Maddison, who has his match against Luton this weekend. And then we have Kieran Trippier, who is going mad right now. If you have the funds, you should definitely buy him at this moment. And now, let's take a look at my team for this game week. In goal, I have changed from Ederson to Alphonso Areola, who has match against Newcastle. I know it's not a very easy fixture, but Ederson has his match against Arsenal, and there's definitely very less chances of clean sheet in that match. So, I'm going with Areola because West Ham is quite a good defense, and there are less chances of Newcastle scoring a goal than Arsenal at this point. Even though Bukayo Saka is injured, you never know, that guy can still play. Also, we have Martin Odegaard, Fabio Vieira, Gabriel Jesus, and a lot of other guys who can score goals in that team. So I'm going with Areola. 33.5% of us own him because he is such a great goalkeeper, and he is priced at a mouth-watering price of £4.2 million only. Now let's move on to the defenders. So my first defender is Dan Burn from Newcastle, who is in a great form. His match is against West Ham United. He has just scored a goal in Champions League against PSG. So yeah, he's a very good candidate for the team. 7.2% people now own him, a little bit better from last week's. £4.6 million is the price. There was an increment of 0.1 over this week. And with no Botman available, he just might be the one Newcastle defender to go to. That is if you don't have budget for Kieran Trippier. Now we move on to the next defender, Destiny Udogie from Spurs, who has been not giving much points in the last 2 game weeks. But now the match is against Luton, and it's the match to look forward to as a Spurs fan, because he is a great defender and might assist and have a clean sheet this week. Also, I have his partner, Christian Romero. Both are priced at £4.8 million, and a lot of people are now owning them. But yes, the oncoming fixtures are also great, so I believe these 2 defenders can give me a lot of points. Moving on to the midfield, I have my first midfielder, Mohamed Salah. Finally, he's in my team now. His match against Brighton, who are not in a good form right now. 32.5% people own Mo Salah, and he cost a whopping £12.6 million. He is in for Bukayo Saka, who might be injured, and even if he is not injured, the match is against City and Chelsea in the oncoming game weeks. So I guess that's why I transferred Saka for Salah, and I hope that Mo Salah just rewards me with a lot of points. Let's see. My next midfielder is Bryan Mbeumo, who has been doing absolutely nothing lately. But this match is against Manchester United, and given Manchester United how beautiful their defense is, I think he might get a penalty or something, or even score a non-penalty goal, because Mbeumo is a talented one, and 24.5% people own him, and his price has recently dropped by 0.1 to £6.8 million. So let's see what happens. I really hope that Mbeumo rewards me with the points in Manchester United, and the next match is against Burnley, so I'm keeping a little bit more faith in him. Let's see if he doesn't deliver in the next 2 game weeks. I'm surely gonna sell him. I have a little bit faith left. Let's see what happens to that. So, coming up to my next midfielder, I have James Maddison, who has this mouth-watering fixture against Luton. 34% of people own him, and he now stands at £8 million. That is £0.5 million more expensive, I guess, than he was originally. So I really wanted Son as well in my team, but as you can see, I have 3 players already from Spurs. So it is not possible with a single transfer to bring in Son at the moment. I wanted to do Saka to Son maybe. So and that's it really, that's the story. But I believe James Maddison is a really important part of the team because he gives assists, he takes corners and free kicks. So he is probably the most important part of the Spurs team right now. And Son also gets supplied by Maddison only. So I believe that Maddison can be a really good player this week. He might be a captain choice for some as well. My next midfielder is James Ward-Prowse, who has match against Newcastle, and I still believe in him because he gave attacking returns against Manchester City and Liverpool, and if you can do that, you can give attacking returns against any team in Premier League. 13.6% of people own him, and he stands at £6.3 million now, which is a good price for a player of his caliber. Let's see what he does this time. My last midfielder is Phil Foden, who has match against Arsenal. It's not gonna be an easy one for sure, but I believe in Phil Foden, and I am quite surprised by how many matches he has already played in this season. Pep Roulette is not working properly, you can clearly see. I hope it goes that way and Phil Foden plays a lot of matches this season, because I don't have time to tweak Foden out of the team because I have to work on other aspects of my team as well. He costs £7.6 million and is owned by 13.1% of people. I really hope that he does give me returns this week. Even if he doesn't, it's alright, but yeah, because he will always give me points later on. So let's see. Coming up to my forwards, I have Erling Haaland, who for the first time in this season has seen a drop in his ownership percentage, about 2% to 90.8% now. He costs 14.1 million, as we all know it, and he hasn't been playing at his best for quite some time now. But he can anytime change it for sure. He can score a hat-trick against Arsenal, you don't know. But yeah, a lot of people are losing faith in him, and they will surely regret doing that because he's going to do something great in the coming fixtures. My last player of the team is Taiwo Awoniyi, who has matched against Crystal Palace, and Awoniyi is often involved in attacks of Nottingham Forest, so I am pretty positive about him. Let's see, he costs £6.6 million and is owned by only 6% of people, so he might be a good differential this week. Coming up to leadership choices, this is a tough one. I think I am gonna be brave this time, and I'm going to go Captain Maddison against Luton instead of Haaland against Arsenal. Because if there is a moment you wander from Haaland to some other great player, I guess this is it. So I'm risking making Maddison the captain against Haaland, who might be captained by more than half of managers easily. So let's see what happens. Sometimes you gotta take risks to get more returns, and I'm gonna take one this time. Moving on to the bench, I have Ederson because of his match against Arsenal, Morris because he faces Spurs defense, Emerson because Newcastle is in a great form, and then Botman, who is flagged because of his knee injury, so I'm not going to take risks. I already have Danburn in my team and I'm going to play with him. I have 0 free transfers because I transferred in Salah for Saka this week. My squad cost now stands at £100.8 million and my bank balance is £0.6 million. So that's all folks, thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe to FPL Grind because it really feels good to have appreciation from you guys. Thanks for watching, peace out.